Sure. So I would encourage everyone listening to think about your five senses, your sense of sight, smell, hearing, touch, and taste. And of those five senses, which do you think is most valuable to your daily life? And by far, over 95% of people will say their vision.
Mhm.
Because without healthy vision, you can't do all of those things we love to do. You can't read, you can't use a device, you wouldn't be able to drive, work, see the faces of your loved ones without healthy vision. So I think that is the impetus for all of us to focus on preventative eye care so we can enjoy all of those our daily activities. Maybe traveling is on your bucket list. Maybe it's seeing your grandkids, their faces. It's just so vital to have healthy vision. Also for fall prevention. There's a safety element here as well. So without healthy vision, our risk for falls increases significantly. So think about all of that. Think about how important it is, so crucial to our daily living, our independence, our joys of life, and really support that aspect of our health. When you
Yes.
support your vision with nutrition, with lifestyle, you're also supporting many other aspects of your health. You're supporting your heart health. You're supporting your brain health. You're supporting your immune system. So don't just think of it as, oh, I'm doing this for my eyes, because what you're doing for your eyes will help across the board.
Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Marx with GoToHealth. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We have an interesting show today, a fascinating speaker. This is all about your eyes and eye health. And it's not only about going to see the ophthalmologist or the optometrist, it's all about your lifestyle and how you can keep your eyes healthy with things like nutrition and exercises and stress reduction and how you look at your computer and reducing eye strain. So we're really going to cover quite a number of topics today. Discover the secrets to achieving longevity with better vision care in this informative interview. Learn how to protect your eyes and maintain healthy vision for years to come. Understand the importance of regular eye exams, proper nutrition, and lifestyle habits that can help prevent age-related vision problems. You'll get expert tips on how to reduce the risk of vision loss and improve your overall eye health. Our guest today is Dr. Rani Banik. She's a board-certified neuro-ophthalmologist. She runs a private practice in New York City, but sees people virtually. And she's also an associate professor of ophthalmology at Mount Sinai. She's also certified in integrative and functional medicine. She focuses on the root causes of eye diseases and uses strategies based on nutrition, botanicals, lifestyle modification, and supplements. She's been featured on Good Morning America, New York Times, and many media outlets. She's been voted Castle Connolly Top Doctor and New York Magazine's Best Doctor in Ophthalmology annually since 2017. She's the author of two best-selling books, which we'll discuss. And she also founded the Eye Health Summit, the first online free educational event focused entirely on integrative strategies to protect and preserve vision. She also shares valuable insights on eye health and migraine on her podcast, the IQ Podcast, and that's EYE-Q, IQ Podcast. You can visit Dr. Banik at drranibanik.com. That's DrRaniBanik, drranibanik.com. And before we get to Dr. Banik, a reminder and a request. If you like our show, please give us a thumbs up or a 5-star rating on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to us. It helps us get the word out to more people. Thanks in advance. So welcome to the show, Rani Banik. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for having me.
Good. So you're really quite unusual. You have bridged the conventional ophthalmology with integrative and functional medicine. How did that transformation take place, and how did it change your approach to patient care?
Yeah, well, similar to many other integrative and functional medicine providers, it was a health journey that I experienced myself that kind of introduced me to this aspect of care. I suffered with chronic migraines for many years, and I was seeking a solution that was not based in pharmacology, not based in a pharmaceutical. And so I discovered supplementation, and then I discovered the benefits of nutritional changes for migraine and lifestyle. So that's really how I got introduced. And once I recognized the benefits of making those shifts in my diet, in my sleep, in my caffeine intake, in my stress modulation, and also taking some key supplements, I finally started to get better. And I said, this has been the missing piece of my education in ophthalmology, is not putting all of these aspects of health into the care of my patients. So because I got better, I recognized the benefits. I started using those strategies on my patients with migraine, but then also with eye conditions. And that's really how I now do why I do what I do, is because I think an integrative approach is really the best. Taking the best of traditional medical and surgical approaches to eye care, combining it with more holistic approaches that people have some agency over. You can decide, what foods you put on your plate. You can decide, how you're going to use screen time safely for your eyes. You can make those choices, and that's a critical part of eye health.
Good. Can you make some of those connections for us about, holistic living and your eye health? Give us some examples so we understand more.
Sure. So we know from many studies that diet is so critical to helping us preserve our vision and also preventing eye diseases, like, for example, macular degeneration, which has become so common in our population as people get older. So, in terms of diet, it's been studied over and over again that certain nutrients, and I'm going to name them, they have long names, they're a little bit hard to say, hard to remember. They're called lutein and zeaxanthin. And these two, they really are eye nutrients, protect our eyes from UV light, from blue light, from macular degeneration. They help with blood flow to the back of the eye. And we can get these nutrients from our diets.
Hmm.
So if you have foods like, for example, leafy greens like spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, these leafy greens are very rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. If you have enough of them in your diet, you can reduce your risk of macular degeneration by over 40%.
Wow.
40% through simply eating more of these foods. And that's tremendous. It's better than any drug on the market to be able to modify a disease course in that way. So my recommendation to all of my patients, especially if you're worried about macular degeneration, if you're suffering eye strain, if you're on a computer all day long, include more of these foods and eat a lot of them. So my typical recommendation is 3 to 5 cups of leafy greens a day. Now, sometimes people, when I say that, they kind of say,
Yes,
oh
that
my
sounds like a lot.
God, I don't think I can do it, but it is very doable. There are different ways you can do it, but a green smoothie is a great way to get in those leafy greens. So that's just as one example of how you can use a holistic approach based in diet to help support your eyes and prevent vision loss down the road.
You mentioned strain and staring at screens. We're all glued to our screens for much of the day. I know I am. What's your best advice for preventing digital eye strain, especially for people working from home or on devices all day?
Yeah, there are a couple of things people can do. Number one, think about the ergonomics of your workstation. So a lot of people will have their computer screens, like let's say you're working on multiple monitors, they'll have the computer screens high up above eye level. And when it's above eye level, not only do your eyes have to go up, which is not a normal position for our eyes, but also more of our eyes get exposed. And that way our eyes dry out. So have your screen, instead of it having it high up, have it just at eye level. And also don't put it below eye level because, let's say, for example, you're on a device, a phone or a tablet, and you're looking down. Many people develop neck strain and then headaches from using their devices that way. So don't have it too high, don't have it too low. The second thing that can really support your eyes and prevent digital eye strain is simply by blinking. Now, many people don't even think about blinking because it's a reflex. It's an automatic reflex. Our brains are doing it. We are not really consciously thinking about it. But I'll share some interesting statistics with you, Jonathan. So normally we blink about 15 to 20 times a minute. But when we're on a screen, we're so focused on what we're looking at, we're only blinking about 3 to 5 times a minute. So that's a 75% decrease in our blink rate when we're on a screen. And when we don't blink enough, the tears don't lubricate our eyes get dried out, we suffer more eye strain. So by simply actively blinking, consciously blinking, and maybe doing some forceful blinks, so not just a normal blink, maybe kind of squeeze a little bit, get the tears flowing, get that lacrimal system activated. It will help to prevent a lot of eye strain and dry eye type symptoms when we're on screens for, as you said, hours and hours and hours a day.
I know I am. And thank you for those suggestions. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, I lowered my screens. So I'm glad you mentioned that because I was looking
I
up.
hope you see the difference. I think
Yes.
people immediately notice the difference.
Good, good, good. So let me ask about menopause. I've been doing a number of shows on menopause lately. Women go through lots of changes during perimenopause and menopause. How does that affect eyesight, and what can we do about that?
That's a really hot topic. And in menopause, many women will feel like their bodies are drying out. And the eyes are definitely part of that, that change that happens with changes in hormones. What I'll share with you is that, interestingly, it's not just the female sex hormones that affect our eyes when they go down during stages of life. It's not just estrogen and progesterone, it's also testosterone. So men can experience this too. So it's not just a female thing during
Okay.
perimenopause, menopause. Men can also experience this during midlife, is that their eyes feel very, very dry. And why? What is this link between our hormones and our dryness of our eyes? We have glands in our eyelids called Meibomian glands. And these glands secrete oils for our tears. And those glands have hormone receptors. They have estrogen, progesterone, and more importantly, testosterone receptors.
Hmm.
So when our hormone levels decline in midlife, those receptors are not getting stimulated. The glands are not producing enough healthy oils. Our eyes tend to dry out. So there's a couple of things I recommend that people do if you're suffering with dry eye, especially in midlife. Again, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Get your glands checked. That's number one. So when you go see your doctor, your eye doctor, hopefully you're going at least once a year to get your annual eye checkup, but get your glands imaged. So you need to ask for it. Say, can you please take a look at my glands? Can you take a photograph of my glands to see what they look like? And that way we can get a sense of, are the glands structurally intact? Are they deteriorating or are they degenerating? And if they're degenerating, there are things we can do to help support the glands. Now, interestingly, you would think, oh, if it's a hormone problem, maybe taking hormone replacement like HRT would help to support the glands. But studies have shown that women who take hormone replacement actually don't really have a big improvement in their dry eye.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, the oral hormone replacement is not sufficient to get to these eyelid glands. I actually, in my practice, I oftentimes will recommend compounded hormone medications that can be applied externally to the glands themselves
Hmm.
or just outside the glands to get absorbed directly where the glands need the hormones. So that's what I tend to do. And I've seen some great results with that, compounded hormone treatments.
Hmm.
And then also taking an omega supplement can be a huge benefit for dry eye. And then also doing warm compresses. So there's a multi-step approach to supporting your glands and preventing dry eye as we all age.
Good. Now, you mentioned your practice. Your practice is located in New York City, but do you see people only in the office or do you see people virtually as well?
I also do see people virtually. I'm currently licensed in New York, but also in Nevada and Florida. So if a patient is interested in doing a telemedicine consult, I can definitely offer that.
Good, great. Now you're hosting the Eye Health Summit. Tell us what that is, who it's for. You're bringing together global experts. Who can attend this event and when is it?
This has been a mission of mine to get information out there on eye health about preventative care to the world. The summit it's available to anyone as long as you have an internet connection, and it's online. And what I do is in the summit, I interview my colleagues. And the first summit I did was in 2025. I interviewed 36 of my colleagues about their areas of expertise. So we covered the entire range of eye health, from cataracts to dry eye, to glaucoma, macular degeneration. We had sessions on nutrition and eye health, lifestyle, supplementation, mindset, stress management, migraine. We had so many topics covered. And each interview is about half an hour or so. People can listen to one interview or they can listen to all 36. And it's a free online event. So if you register, you can get access. So the 2025 summit, offer access still through the end of 2025. And then in 2026, we're planning already for next year's summit. We're going to have a whole list of new speakers, new topics, and it's really a way that you can empower yourself to really understand what do you need to do to keep your eyes healthy. And it's not just about glasses, the right prescription. It's way, way, way beyond that. And it really is. The theme of the summit is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Hmm.
And it's so true when it comes to our eyes. If we can prevent something from happening, we can prevent vision loss down the road that can have very serious implications, not just for our eye health, but for our overall health as well.
Now, where can I find this online? Do I just put into Google the Eye Health Summit, or do you have a URL people can visit?
That's exactly it. If you just Google eyehealthsummit.com, you'll find the website. And again, through the end of 2025, you can still register for the 2025 summit. And then that will go offline until we prepare for the May of 2026 summit. And again, I invite people to join. And really, we had so this is really I'm so thrilled with this. We had a wonderful response. We had over 26,000 people participate from around the world, and it was just such a pleasure to be able to help people in their eye health journey this way.
Wonderful. That's very exciting. So it's Eye Health Summit. And I assume if you can go there and get on an email list so you can be reminded for
Yes.
May.
You can register, get on our list, and we will send you as soon as the registration is open for 2026, we will let you know. So I hope many people take advantage of that. And again, you can participate in part of it or the entire summit. It's totally up to you.
Great. So let me just give people your website so they can learn more. And I'll repeat this later, but it's drranibanik.com. And let me spell that. It's DR and then RANI, Rani, and then Banik, BANIK, drranibanik.com. So, Rani, you have written two books. Tell us what those books are, who they're for. Tell us a little bit about them.
Sure. So my first book is called Beyond Carrots, Best Foods for Eye Health A to Z. So in the
Mm-hmm.
book, first of all, I debunk the myth that if you just eat a bunch of carrots every day, your vision will be 20/20. Unfortunately, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Carrots are important for eyes, yes, but there is a wide range of nutrition our eyes need. So I go through what those nutrients are. I talk about at least 40 different foods, not just carrots, but 40 other foods that you can include in your diet to help support your eyes. And interestingly, some of them are very common foods that we have in our diets. Some of them are not so common. So you can really maybe explore some foods that you may have not tried before and maybe make that part of your routine. So that was the first book, and that was released in 2023. And then I had my cookbook called Dr. Rani's Visionary Kitchen, released later that year. And they go together. It's really a companion cookbook to the Beyond Carrots book, because in Beyond Carrots, I share with you the nutrients and the foods, but then in the cookbook, I share with you easy, simple recipes whereby you can get a variety of those nutrients into your diet. They're not complex. They don't require a lot of prep time. So I highly recommend you check out first Beyond Carrots to get the foundation. And
Mm-hmm.
also, as part of this, I have something called the Nutrition IQ Test, which is a free online quiz people can take. It takes about 5 minutes or less to do this online quiz. You can put in some simple, basic information about your medical conditions, your any eye conditions you may have been diagnosed with, what your current diet is like, and then it'll guide you into which foods you should be focusing on going forward to support your eyes. So I recommend people check that out as well, the Nutrition IQ Test.
Good. So I know, as we age, we're really very focused on, let me be honest, on other parts of our body that may be having trouble. What's the motivation we should have to really focus on our eyes and really respect our vision? Remember how important our vision is. Give us an inspiration for that.
Sure. So I would encourage everyone listening to think about your five senses, your sense of sight, smell, hearing, touch, and taste. And of those five senses, which do you think is most valuable to your daily life? And by far, over 90, 95% of people will say their vision.
Mhm.
Because without healthy vision, You can't do all of those things we love to do. You can't read, you can't use a device, you wouldn't be able to drive, work, see the faces of your loved ones without healthy vision. So I think that is the impetus for all of us to focus on preventative eye care so we can enjoy all of those our daily activities. Maybe traveling is on your bucket list. Maybe it's seeing your grandkids, their faces. It's just so vital to have healthy vision. Also for fall prevention. There's a safety element here as well. So without healthy vision, our risk for falls increases significantly. So think about all of that. Think about how important it is, so crucial to our daily living, our independence, our joys of life, and really support that aspect of our health. When you
Yes.
support your vision with nutrition, with lifestyle, you're also supporting many other aspects of your health. You're supporting your heart health. You're supporting your brain health. You're supporting your immune system. So don't just think of it as, oh, I'm doing this for my eyes, because what you're doing for your eyes will help across the board.
So, one last question for you, Rani. If every listener could do one thing today to protect their sight for life, what would that be and why?
The one thing is to pick up the phone and make your annual eye appointment. Is the one thing I would tell everyone to do, because on your eye appointment, it's not just about glasses. Again, it's about eye health, but it's also about systemic health. Your eye doctor can pick up many eye conditions that you may not even know that you have. And if you get diagnosed early, if you get treated early, you can prevent vision loss. But also we can pick up systemic conditions on an eye exam. We can pick up diabetes simply on a dilated eye exam. We can pick up high blood pressure, heart issues, immune issues, especially autoimmune issues. So go make that eye appointment. Make it part of your annual health checkups. We go see our primary care doctor once a year. We get our blood work done once a year. We get our mammograms, our colonoscopies. We see our dentist twice a year. But how many people know that they should be seeing their eye doctor once a year? So please make that appointment.
Good. I've learned so much from this interview, Rani. I'm so glad you came on. I've learned a tremendous amount, and I really like the connection between it's not, when you see an eye doctor, it's not just about your eyes, but it's about overall eye and body health and functional medicine and integrative medicine. I really appreciate your approach, and I think that's very unusual.
Thank you so much.
Good.
You.
So we've been talking with Dr. Rani Banik. You can reach her at drranibanik.com, and that's DrRaniBanik, Dr. Rani Banik. She practices in New York City, but she does see patients virtually. So don't feel hesitant about getting in touch. Dr. Rani Banik is a board-certified neuro-ophthalmologist. She runs a private practice in New York City and is an associate professor of ophthalmology at Mount Sinai. She's also certified in integrative and functional medicine. She focuses on the root causes of eye disease and uses strategies based on nutrition, botanicals, lifestyle modification, and supplements. She's been featured on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and many other media outlets. She's been voted a Castle Connolly top doctor and New York Magazine's best doctor in ophthalmology since 2017. That's quite incredible. She's the author of 2 best-selling books, which we've discussed. Tell us about the IQ podcast. You have a podcast that we didn't mention. Tell us about that, Rani.
I do, yes. So in my podcast, it's a weekly podcast. I interview guests and we talk about a wide range. It's not just about vision health. We talk about nutrition. We talk about gut health. We talk about mental health. All the ways that we can support not just our vision health, but our overall health. And you'll gain a lot of insight. So that's why I call it the IQ podcast. It's a little pun on words.
Good.
To raise
So it's great. So it's IQ, and it's EYE like your eye. So it's the I-Q podcast. Again, Rani Banik, thanks so much for being with us today, Rani. It's been wonderful to have you.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
This has been Jonathan Marx with GoToHealth. Have a wonderful holiday. Stay safe. Enjoy the family. Eat healthily. This has been Jonathan Marx again with GoToHealth. And as we say at the end of every show, go to health. God bless. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in today to Go to Health. You are one of almost 10,000 people per day who enjoy the evidence-based health information offered by our guest health experts. You can watch us on our website and YouTube and listen to us on 8 podcast networks. Be sure to join Jonathan Marx in our upcoming shows each week. If you like our show, please share this episode with your friends and colleagues. You can subscribe to the show, join our email list, send us feedback, browse through the online store, and view our library of over 150 shows at GoToHealthMedia.com. See you next time, and remember to elevate your life with Go To Health.